Hi, I'm Susan from LivingRichOnLess.com with another how-to video for you. Today I'm going to be showing you how to patch a damaged piece of siding. But before we get started, my flannel shirt jacket and my Flex Fire Hose cargo pants are courtesy of Duluth Trading Company. Duluth makes fashionable clothing specifically for DIYers like myself. And some of the features I particularly love, they have a little bit of extra fabric underneath the arm here and in the back, so when you're reaching and pulling, you don't rip your shirt. And I personally love this great shirt tail chamois cloth, so you can clean your safety glasses or your camera lens. Love that feature. And the pants, they have a great modern fit, but they don't have that gap in the waist like what you see with a lot of the ultra low rise pants today. So if you want to learn more about Duluth Trading Company, visit duluthtrading.com. So let's get started. Now you can see here, there's a little bit of a damage in this one spot on my siding. Nobody knows or remembers how it happened. That happens a lot around here, but it's been this way for about a year and it's time to fix it. So I'm going to start with this handy dandy siding removal tool, and we're going to figure out where the closest seam is. And if you shake the piece back and forth, you can kind of see this is where it ends underneath here. So I'm going to slip this tool, you kind of got to put some elbow grease into it, slip this tool underneath that seam and go out to the edge and pull until you feel it kind of pop out. Once you get under there and you pull, you can see it lifting out, and you're going to want to follow that all the way to the edge of the specific piece until the whole thing pops out. Okay, once the bottom of the seam is popped out, you need to go to the top of this particular piece and pop that seam out as well. So I'm getting under here. Sometimes it takes a couple tries to get this. All right, you can see how it's loose here. Okay, once you get the top of it loose, you kind of tuck the siding up under, and you can see this is how it's attached, this piece right here. So now what you want to do is you want to take your crowbar. You're going to have to look up under here and look for where your nails are that are have attached that piece. I see I got a nail right here. So I'm going to slide up under here and start working on that nail. Okay, I got that nail popped out. I've removed two nails up under here, and I've got one more tricky one here, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can just pull it out the way it is. There we go. Okay, so we've removed our piece here, and now we're going to replace it with a good piece. The piece I'm using to replace this, we actually had some extra in our garden shed. It's this piece right here. And I'm going to use a miter saw. I'm actually just literally going to lay it on top of it, mark it, and use a miter saw to cut that nice and clean and quick. But you could probably use a shingle knife or any other sharp tool to take care of making those cuts. You want to make sure you do get a nice clean straight edge though, particularly if you're repairing a spot that's over a long span, because you don't want a jagged edge showing there. Okay, now I've got the piece cut to fit, the new piece, and now I'm going to slide it in. I'm going to tuck it up under here, and you'll notice the lower seam is what I'm trying to match it up with. Now here's the tricky part. Because I got a shorter piece, it's going to be harder to do this. Longer pieces are going to be easier to bend, but I'm going to try to get this pushed up under here. Okay, once you wrangle this into place here, you're going to want to make sure you push it up so that it snaps into place. And the next thing we're going to do is add just a few nails at the top here to make sure it's secure. Okay, we're getting ready to nail this piece back in. And one thing you want to remember when you're putting a nail into siding, you don't want to nail it all the way flush. You want to leave a little bit of room for the siding to expand and contract and move. And this might be a good opportunity for you to get somebody to hold the upper piece for you so you can get the nail started. Once you're finished nailing, the only thing you have left to do is to snap this piece into the piece that you just installed. And usually you can just give it a good smack and it'll snap right into place for you. So there you have it, siding good as new in about 15 minutes. For more decorating, organizing, home and life improvement tips, be sure to visit me on the web at livingricholess.com.